Hi friends, it's Nancy. I hope you're all doing well. Well, today we're finally going to officially start our Christmas crafting. And I wanted to start out with one of our envelope streets. And this one here is going to be called Mistletoe Shops. And I told you I did want to make a street that had shops on it that you would love to go visit during the holiday time. So I named it Mistletoe Shops, and we're going to have 5 shops, and we're going to have a tea shop, a bakery, a Christmas shop, a candy shop, and a toy shop. That's what I picked. Of course, you could come up with your own, but I thought it'd be good to start from the very beginning. I know I have a few new people that would probably like a refresher course on how to put it together, and frankly I want to do it myself again. So what I'm doing, and this is just how I do it, you can have it longer, more shops, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Okay, so I have 5 envelopes here, and I did pick window envelopes, and I like to do 5. That's just kind of how I've been doing my shops, and I kind of like it that way. I usually put the main shop, the big one, in the middle, and then 2 more on each side. Now, don't worry, even though these are all kind of the same, we're going to cut the roof shapes to make them different. So this shop here, I kind of numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one here is going to be the Christmas shop for me. So I want that one to be the tallest. So the first thing I did was get that, figure out what I wanted here, like my little pencil. Okay, so we're going to make different sizes and roof lines, okay? And then I'm going to use just some 1-inch strips of coffee dyed paper. You'll need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, 1-inch strips. This is what I had, and we're going to fold them in half, and this is going to be how we join the shops together. Real simple, real simple. You can use any paper you want. I just had some of these, and I'm using them. And then for my tags that go into each shop, I just use the manila folders that I buy from the Dollar Tree. And these envelopes are pretty much, that one might be a little bigger, but they're pretty much all the same size and width, but this one will be the tallest and these will be smaller. So I kind of just cut them to the widths of the shop and put the numbers on them just to start with. I will be cutting these down. So pretty much envelopes, some manila file folder for tags if you're going to use that for your tags or make them out of whatever, and some 1-inch strips to join these together. So let's just get started. So this one, what I did was on each envelope, which they pretty much are like 4 1/8. One is slightly, this is 3 7/8. This one is 4 1/8. That was 4 1/8. I mean, you know, within 3 7/8, within, and this one here is 3 1/4, it looks like. So what I did was I found, and I put a little tick mark. I want to make sure I'm in frame here. I put a little tick mark where the middle of the top was on each one of these envelopes here, okay? That's what I did first. Now, I'm going to start with the middle one. This one is my tallest, so I am going to just make it, I want to keep the height. So I'm going to just kind of go down maybe, and like I said, this is all personal preference. I think I will go down 1 inch and make a mark there and 1 inch here. And by doing that, you're going to draw a line from the middle to that line in the middle, and that's how I get an even roof. So that's what I'm going to do there. And of course, if you want a different kind of a roof line, you can do a straight one. I've done a couple that were straight. So that's going to be the middle. That'll be the Christmas shop. Now this one here, I'm going to make it smaller, a little bit smaller. So I'm just kind of lining these two up together here. I have my middle mark here. So I think I'm going to go and make this one a little more than an inch. I'm going to, let's see, I could make it an inch because it is smaller. So if I do that, it will be a smaller one. I'll go 1.25 inches on this one. So I'm going to do 1.25 inches on this one and the one next to it. Okay. I'll make them both the same. And then I'm going to draw a line from here to here. And that's going to be the roof line for this one. Now, if you remember on I don't know which one it was, the Witchwood Lane, the first one maybe, and maybe the, I don't know, one of them I made like wonky roof lines, and that's fine too. But I figured for the Mistletoe Shops, we probably should. Now, you know what, when I'm looking at that now, I think I want it to be even, I don't know, should I do a little smaller? Maybe I'll do this one a little smaller. So let's do this one 1.5. I'm going to go down 1.5. And if you don't think it's enough, then do more, right? I'm going to make this one 1.5. So they'll all be slightly different. Is this going to bother you, this jingling of my pencil? I'm not going to be using it every video, so I'm just using it for now, just to get you in the mood. Okay, since I don't have any Christmas music playing. I promise I won't be using it every video. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks a little off. Does that look off, this one? No, it doesn't. Okay, well, it's not perfect, but okay, that one is going to be slightly smaller. And then the end ones will be even smaller. So I think I'm going to go down, let's see, about here. Let's see what that measures. Let's go down 2 inches. 2 inches on this one. Let's see how that looks. And it's kind of fun because you can plan them and do whatever you want. So that one there will be, see, that's, and I like it because it's a different pitch of a roof. Maybe we'll even, let's see how these look. And then this one here, we're going to go down, maybe I'll make this one even. Let's see, I'll do this one. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I think I will make this one 2 1/4. Or let's see if I do that 2 1/4 or 2 1/2. I'm going to do this one 2 1/2. This last one. Let's see how that looks. We'll see how that one's going to look. 2 1/2. Draw your lines. And we'll just look at that and see. But it should be fine. Okay, let's check it. I want to make sure I'm in frame so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so we have, and they're all different pitch because of the different angles. See the different angles on them, which will make it more interesting, right? Okay, I think I like it. Let's just go with that, okay? So now you can take your cutter or your scissors and let's cut on those lines. And some of these envelopes might be sealed, some are not. And I think I have one that might be open on one end. I don't know, but right now, let's just cut on that line. Well, you can use your cutter, but you don't have to. I think we can do it scissors in a line. Okay, so there's one. I've been so excited to start this project here at the Christmas shops. Even though, you know, I'm still in Halloween mode, but I have to tell you that I have, I think I have all my Christmas crafting bins up. I think I have them all up except maybe one, but I needed to get them up so I can see what I have, because, you know, I kind of forget what I have from last year, paper-wise and all that. Well, I'm going to tell you, I wanted to do it in traditional colors, leaning on maybe, you know, I have a lot of Tim Holtz Christmas stuff. I have kits, you know, some kit things, some scrapbook kits that I've had, a couple new ones. I don't know why I buy them, but I do because I like making cute little things with them. So, but I don't scrapbook anymore. I think a lot of us started as scrapbookers, you know. All right, I'm going to get rid of all my little pieces here. Now we're looking at the rough lines and making sure we like it, because once we do, okay, I like them. I think they're fine. They're interesting, and they're all different sizes. I love it. Okay, great. So the next thing, like this one is open. I know on my very, very first video in Witchwood Lane, I struggled with lining the inside here. But, you know, it was my first time doing this, and someone suggested, don't seal the envelopes till you do the inside. And I said, yeah, that's probably a good idea. So that one's open. This one is open, so that'll be easy access. This one was a sealed one, but not a problem. You know why? Because we're going to open it, because it's all going to be sealed again. I'm reaching for a blade here. Okay, we're going to just open it on one side. Now you can either just trim a side open or be daring like me and try to slit it carefully open like this, because they're all going to be joined together on the sides. So even if you have to open an envelope like this, it's going to be sealed. We're going to seal them again, so it's not a problem. But trying to keep it, see, now I'm not doing that very well at all, but it's okay because it will work. And we're still covering everything up. I'm not very good with this, so let me get in here. I'm sorry, I'm not good with a blade. Of course, when I do it on my own, I can do it, right? Let me just get it. I'm not going to cut myself, don't worry. I won't cut myself. I'm just trying to get back on track here. Just to get back in there again. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try to stay on the seam. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's fine. So we got that one done. Let's see what this one. This is open. That's easy. And this one is not open. So we're going to open this one too, I think. Oh, no, it is open. Okay, great. Whew. Thought I had to do that again. You know, that once was enough for me on camera. Okay, so we have that opened. So before we join them, we're going to put paper on the inside of the windows. So put those 1-inch strips to the side for a second. Like I told you, I did cut manila tags, but they'll be cut down too. We can make chimneys again. We could probably do that because they are little shops and they have heat and all that. So there should be chimneys, right? But each one's going to be a store. So I said I'm going to make this one a tea shop, a bakery, the Christmas shop, candy shop, and a toy shop. So let me show you what I've got. I'm going to stick with traditionals. I have scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I have dyed paper. I have lots of scrapbook paper, and my goal is to use traditional colors, and I might get in a little retro paper too. I'm not sure, but I really want to do kind of traditional colors, a little retro, okay? And then I did have an old Christmas cookbook, and I thought, well, this is going to be perfect to put on the bakery. But you can see my colors. This is what I'm going with. I'm going to use what I have. I'm not going to buy a kit for this project. I'm going to use what I have because I have a lot, as we all do, right? Okay, so you pick the color scheme or a kit that you want to work with. And by doing that, look at, even this, I know this is from Hobby Lobby because it's Paper Studio, but the poor piece of paper got ripped, but we'll use it up anyway. So now the first thing you want to do is, once you pick your papers or your kit, whatever you're looking to do, we're going to line the inside. I don't think we have to do too much because each tag that goes into these will show through the windows, partially or full, and will show you and tell you more or less what shop it is. So Christmas shop could have like Christmas boxes, ornaments, things like that, right? You think Christmas shop, and when you walk into one, when you go around to Christmas towns and or in your neighborhoods or in a town near you, wherever you live, shops, Christmas shops. I think of when I walk in, I see like little cute little reindeer statues and snowman statues and ornaments and Christmas trees and things like that. In a bakery, it's all sweets, it smells good, cakes, cookies, things like that, okay, breads, whatever. The tea shop could be tins of teas, pretty cups and saucers. I'm trying to think of what I see when I go to one of these shops. And then candy, well, that's easy. It's got all kind of candy in it, Christmas candy. And then the toy shop, toys. So I think we'll have fun with this. So as far as working on the inside, I pretty much say just cover the inside with some papers. That's all I'm going to tell you to do. So I'm going to start just picking some of these traditional papers that I have here just to cover the inside. Okay, so like I have this strip of paper, and I can use either side because it's double-sided. So let's just kind of lay it out. And then I have a green one. And I probably don't want to do all red. I probably would like to do, something different. And then keep in mind whatever shop is here, because it's only covering the inside. So let's just lace them out and see what we can come up with. And I'm just grabbing in my, after I just drop some on the floor, I'm just grabbing into my pieces of papers that I have here without going to the floor now to see what I have. Let's see here. This must be, I don't know. It's cute though. Christmassy stuff here. I don't know. Let's just put it out for now. And what else do I have? I'm just going in this one package I have here to see what I have. Okay, here's something with stripes on it. That might be kind of fun too. That looks like it came from the same paper pad. What else do we have in here? I'm pulling more strips, but I need more of the colors. This is too thin. Well, actually, it's not too thin because it only needs to cover a little tiny piece. So maybe that one can go in there. And then, because like I said, it's only lining the, it's only lining. So it's not, you're not going to see it. Okay, I'm looking to see what else I have here. Oh, that's cute. I kind of like this one too. Wonder, see, these kind of are throwing me, these here for some reason. So I'm going to put those away. Looking for more green if I have. What's this one? Oh, this is cute. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to. Oh, that's got a red stripe on it. That's super cute. Maybe I'm thinking of. Let's see. This is kind of a berry one too. A stripe one would look cute in here. Maybe I'm going to use the red stripe there. And need something green over there. So let's look for a green one. Looking for like green. I have green. I'm just. Ooh, a stripe. Ooh, I like that. That's super cute. I like the stripe. Maybe I want the stripe there. No, maybe I want the stripe here. And then this one could be green on that side. These are all geometric, so I'm almost thinking I want a geometric now. This one? That one would be all right in there. Okay, I think I changed my mind. Moving the camera. Hold on. Okay, I think I like that. Yeah, okay, let's get started. I'll move these over to the side a little. I'm going to get a glue book out. So we're going to at least get this constructed. We don't need a lot to put in here. We just want some. So you can just kind of slide it in there. And that's all it's going to be doing is making a mark. Actually, you don't even have to. We'll just mark it this way. So we'll turn it over and mark it. How about that? So let's cut it here. And then we only need a small piece. Let's see where the window is. So we'll cut that here. Okay. So I'm going to get my cutter out and look for my pencil marks on the brown pencil on a brown paper. Oh my God. Okay, I see that one. Where's the other one? Oh, I see it. Okay. There we go. So let's do that to about there. I mean, this is just personal preference, really, depending on the size of your envelopes and things like that. So let's get that one in. I'll try to put this to the side. So then you want to look for, depending on what kind of shops you're going to have, you want to look for everything that you could find that would go into those shops, right? Depending on the shops that you have going. You want to look for stickers, die cuts. You might have digital kits that have cute little things in them. And the fun of it is looking for the stuff to decorate your tag and your shop with. I can also show you, if I remember to show you. Let's just make sure that's even. Yes. Is it? Yeah. Pretty good. I'm gonna move it a little. Okay, now it's good. Okay, so we have that one lined. Okay, we'll put that one there. The next one is number 2. I just number them so in case I move them around, I don't mess it up, okay? That's why. All right, so I'm going to measure this one. I'm going to cut it about here. And then we're going to cut it about there. Yes, it will be fun to start finding all the things. And I would say just take your time and enjoy the process. I think I always say that to you. Take your time and enjoy the process of finding the perfect things to decorate your shops with. No hurries, because this won't be, this is going to take a few times, but it's still going to be such a fun project to do that we don't want to rush through it. We want to enjoy it. And put on Christmas music while you're working on this if you want, or a Hallmark Christmas movie would be fun, because they're on already. Just so you know, they are on. Started. So, but, okay, let's see. I'm going to get in there and get this in. See, it's so much easier. I struggled that first video so much, not thinking what I was doing there, but somebody said, yeah, you might want to slice them open before you, so it'd be easier for you to do that. So there's number 2. Looking good so far. Here's the big one. This one looks like I could use this whole width of this sheet and just kind of do that. So let me just measure how much I need. Right about here. And I'll probably use the whole width of that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this just to the side here. Just cutting this off. All right. Now I'm going to use, I like this big plaid in the big one. Let me change my glue sheet here. Okay. It's actually, when I'm making this on Monday, you're seeing this today, Tuesday, but I'm making this yesterday. And it's like in the 60s and sunny, but it's windy. And then after today, the Illinois weather is going to be, hold on, I got to get that little piece that I cut wrong. Okay, that should work. Okay, it's going to get colder after today, but it is beautiful out today. And this will be fine, because once we glue paper over it and then hook it, you're not going to see that. So if you do that like I did, don't worry about it. So far, so good. Okay, this one here, we're going to mark it. I love this stripe. Yeah, I just felt like I wanted to do traditional colors. I'm just taking this over here to cut, so I don't have to keep moving my cutter in the frame here. Just off to the side doing that. Okay, so that'll go in there. So have you thought about, if you know already, because you knew I was going to be doing this, right? Did you know what kind of shops you were going to be doing for your mistletoe lane? Because I could think of other shops too, different kinds of shops. Or you might have some in where you live and shop that I don't know about. Let's see what we could do. Well, you could have a coffee shop. You could have, what else? You could have a bookshop. Oh, a bookstore would be fun around Christmas time. They usually have pretty stacks of, did you ever see on a Hallmark movie, they would stack the books to make it look like a Christmas tree? Yeah, I saw that on a Hallmark movie. That was fun. A bookshop would be cute. A coffee shop obviously would be super cute. a pet store. You could do a pet store if you love your dogs and your kitties and all. A pet's Christmas time in a pet store would be so fun. Or if you live on a farm, I gotta measure this. You can make an animal, a feed store, a country store, if you're more of a country type person that you live out in the farms and all. That would be super pretty. And I probably could think of some more sometimes I can't think and do this at the same time. So it's a struggle sometimes for me. Okay, let's get this going. This one was open. I know it was, right? Yeah, okay. So that makes it so much easier to get the papers in. Let's make sure that's even, a little bit this way. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right, let's see what's next. So we have this done. I don't need my cutter, so I'm going to put that away. All right, so here are our shops. The insides are done, so we're good on that. Now we're going to take and I figured just book page or coffee dyed is neutral because we are going to cover them, but you will probably see a smidge of it, but really coffee dyed to me is perfectly fine. And as long as you have one enough as tall as your tallest shop here, because this has to go all the way from here down, the rest will be smaller. So at least start with one that's your tallest. And I think I didn't do that, but I think these are going to be just fine. So I am just folding these in half. I don't think you need to score coffee dyed paper. You could just fold it over because it doesn't have to be like 100% exact. We're just using these joining strips here, but you do want to yeah, maybe I should have used a scoring board because I seem to be struggling here. No, that's fine. That one, coffee dyed paper is just not, it's like a different size, right? When the coffee just kind of doesn't keep the right size, I don't think. Okay. So far so good, right? It's pretty easy, I would say. And like I said, if you want to add more shops, you just keep adding as many shops as you want. Think about where you're going to display it. If you have a long mantle to put it on, or a centerpiece of your dining room table, or along your kitchen counter. Some people have big counters, and it would be so cute with lights under your counters looking down on the shops. It'd be cute. So your living room on a sofa table, maybe. It would be so fun. Okay, so I have all my strips folded, right? So this is how I'm going to do this. Of course, I'm lefty, so I start right to left. So it doesn't matter. What I do is I'm going to, where the fold is, this half glues onto the front here. And then this envelope will glue up to there. Okay, and then we can trim this off. And this is how I found works best for me. And I'm just going to get my wet glue. Oh, I got to fill my bottle up, don't I? So I am just going to, first of all, you want to seal your envelopes. That's what we want to do first. Make sure you don't glue them over here because you need that real estate for, you need your, the full envelope to put your tag in. That's what we were supposed to do next. So before we join them, let's close our envelopes up. first. Yep, you want that first. Okay, so let's do that quickly. And they'll be sealed too now that we're joining them with the strips. But there's that one. Now this one is sealed, but once we put the joining strip on here, that's not going to be the problem, so I don't worry about that one. This one we can seal. Okay, and one more. This one, okay, this one here, I'll just put a little glue here. This one was slid open, so we're not gonna glue it. We could, but it's gonna be connected. Let's if you can run a thin, very, very, very thin line of glue if you want to. But the strip that we're joining them to will cover this whole area. So, but I mean, if you want to, there, I just put like the faintest little line of glue there. But like I said, the strip is gonna keep it closed. Okay, so now we're ready. So on this one here, I am going to put glue. I know I'm getting like a 1/2 inch, so I'm just eyeballing this here. I'm going to put glue along here, about a 1/2 inch-ish. It's probably easier just to do this way, or you can put the glue on a strip too. All right, so there's that. All right, so first I want to take my strip, open it up. I'm going to end up cutting this dark part off. So I am going to line it up along the bottom of the envelope, and I'm going to look at it because I don't want it to go past the fold. So I'm going to quickly turn it over, line it up, and make sure my fold is free. Now I need to bring it down a little. Make sure this bottom is even, and make sure, see, you got to get it in there. Up to and not over your crease, okay? It's not hard to do. And then you can press it down when you have it right where you want it, like so. All right, so that's shop number 1. Now, all we have to do is glue shop number 2 on top here. And that'll make the hinge work both ways, okay? So I am going to, this is where it's going to go. So I'm just going to put it on this side now. And then, of course, when we cover the shops with colored paper, these are going to be covered as well. I mean, you might see a smidge of it, but it's mainly going to be glued over with your decorative papers. So now we're going to place this one here. Make sure it's lined up nice along that curve. Once you have it down, you can gently fold it. Make sure your bottom here, these envelopes are together lined up. Hold them and then give it a crease, because your envelopes could go wonky and then it won't sit right on your table or wherever you're going to put it. So I folded it. Make sure this is lining up correctly. It is, and that's how that is. And I'm going to take my scissors and I am just going to cut this here along this rough edge here. And I think, looks like I need to put a little more glue here on here. So let's glue that on there. And then I am going to cut this little triangle out here because I need it to go, yeah, because otherwise it looks the same. So yeah, we definitely need to just trim to the middle this piece that's hanging over here, like so. so our roof line is defined. Okay, so there's that. You see how that is? Yeah. Okay. I could trim it a little better too, actually. And I'm just trimming the coffee dyed paper. I can't see. I might have my head in the camera, sorry. If I am. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now number 3, that's the big one. We've got that one hooked up. So now take another strip, and we are going to, actually I'm gonna, since I did kind of cut that one up, I'm gonna glue this over here first. So I am going to put glue along here. And like I said, this will be covered with our decorative paper. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and line it up on the halfway point. And it's just makes it, wow, just makes it. I'm going to turn it over and make sure I'm good. You can fold it, make sure you're good. And it lines up. Okay. And now this one I'm going to glue like that. Okay. So I'm going to start about here, because we'll just trim that little piece off at the top. See, this is pretty easy, not too hard to do. I'll line these up, and then I will check my alignment up in a minute. So let's see here. We have this, this, and this. So I am going to line my bottoms up here, give it a nice press, and that should do it. And then I'm just going to trim off this excess piece here. Oh, I guess I have to fix that, don't I? Okay, no problem. I can fix it for now because it will be covered up with paper. I'll just glue this shut here. There we go. Okay. Yep. And then I'm just going to cut this little piece off right here, if I can. Better this way to there. And then up the crease here. There we go. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so far so good. All right, and as long as these line up, it'll stand really, really nice. Okay, so then the next one, we have a couple more strips here, and then I think I'll let you go then after that. So we're gonna put we're going to do this one here. So I'm going to put glue along here. Make sure your glue bottles are full, which I need to do that after this video. I will fill up my glue bottle to the top. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to take this strip and glue this on here up to the crease. It's just up to the window there, isn't it? Let's make sure that it's not over. So you want to kind of bend it over and make sure it's like that. Let's see. Yeah, because it came away from the window there, so that's good. Okay, this one made it just right, didn't it? Okay, so we have that on. Open that back up. And now we're going to glue, make sure I have the right one. Yeah, number 4 envelope. That's why I write numbers on them, because I move them around. And then we will glue this envelope here. And I'm going to start from here. And we'll glue that one down. And then the fun part will begin once you start gathering everything you need to decorate your outside of your shops. I was going to show you a couple things I picked up at Hobby Lobby, but I don't know if I can reach them. Hold on, let's just get this done first. Make sure this folds and it lines up along the bottom. As long as you line this up, you'll be fine. And it does. I think I could get a little more glue in here, but really it's going to be covered. Let's just get some in here. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim it. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just trimming the excess off here, like so. And make sure I need a little more glue here. And I'll probably have to trim a little more off. Let's see how it looks. A little bit more on the other side here. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, and then the last one. That one's going to join these shops here. I think I'm going to just do that. Let's get this on. Okay. So I hope you're going to join in with this project. I know a bunch of you were really, really excited to start it, so I'm excited too to do it with you. Let's just make sure that's on there good. So I hope you will. Hope you will start. Okay, and then now this last shop will go on like that. So let's get that on there. And that's going to go there like that. So then I can start gluing from here. So I mean, if you do have a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's, you know, they have a lot of miniature, fun, crafty pieces to work with and a lot of cute stickers. I'm thinking I'm going to be using them, but they have these really cute, like, strands of Christmas lights. I'll show you. If I can get up and get them, I'll show you. Okay. I will show you them. There's that. Make sure it's even. Yep. And then I can trim this part off here. Hold on one second. I gotta make sure it's on there good. Okay. And I'm just going to trim this off like that. And I think we're good, right? Did I get that one good? Okay, so now we have our shops joined. You can check one more time to make sure all your bottoms are lined up like that, which means when you're going to go to display it, it sits really nice and it's not wonky and won't keel over because you didn't glue it, you know, very good. So yeah, the next thing to do is gather papers because we're going to collage. I'd like to probably just like basically collage over the shops, and I'm trying to look here to see if I could grab just a few things I did get from Hobby Lobby. Let me do that. Hold on one second here. Okay, I have a few things that I thought would look really good. And I was thinking, well, I found these cute little, when the stickers and everything are 40% off. These I had, and I already had these rhymes. I don't know if I'll use them, but I have them. Probably have more in different colors, but I thought these were super cute. And then they had these, and of course these were all 50%. All the Christmas is 50% off, so I would never pay full price for any of this. But I thought, well, look at these. These would be cute strung along all the if they all had the same, or even these are pretty because you could kind of cut them where you want if you wanted to use this kind of like these. Some of these are dimensional. The red ones are, I think they might all be dimension. They have a little, yeah, they all have a little dimension on them, which would be super fun. But even these, they're not that thick, and these could even go on your tags. Or still, if you have those colors in your papers, these would be super cute as well. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to start giving you an idea of what this is. So the basis is pretty easy to do, and doesn't matter how many stores or shops you're going to add. You can make it bigger or shorter, even a 3. If you wanted to make it for somebody as a little gift. You could do 3 shops. I like the odd numbers. It seems to look better for me. I think that's kind of odds. We kind of know that from art, that number, things in odd numbers seem to look better. I don't know. But a little, even a 3 shop one would be super cute too. I could also see something like this being like possibly a nativity scene. You could make it like very, like a nativity scene with the animals and Mary, Joseph, and if you're into that, or whatever you celebrate, Kwanzaa or whatever, I think that would be super cool. So don't limit yourself to shops. Think of how you celebrate Christmas and what would make you happy to see. So, all right, friends, I've got this started. I'm going to start pulling out my papers, and the next video we'll get going on the collaging of the shops then. Okay, so I can't wait to start this with you, and I hope you're excited as I am. So have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.